Filippo, and this is tonight's news report on channel.
We don't even know what we're doing.
Today we'll be focusing on the major political events that happened in the 1920s and 1930s.
January 16th, 1920, the 18th and 19th Amendment were passed. Now, let's head over to Esther and Brooklyn, New York for some of those deets.
Thanks, Sophie. Now, the 18th Amendment prohibited transportation of the alcohol. Put it on your tab, you'll remember. Now, the 19th Amendment allowed women like me to vote. Congratulations, woman. Bada bing, bada boom, bingo. Here's some more information about the 1920s and 30s. An Audi 5000.
The women's suffrage movement had been fighting for women's rights since the mid-1800s. They finally got the right to vote from the 19th Amendment on August 18th, 1920. Women's rights was a historical achievement that many Americans, including President Woodrow Wilson, felt was long overdue.
The 19th Amendment says, quote, "Rights of citizens of the United States to vote shall not be denied or abridged by the U.S. or by any state on account of sex." End quote.
All four presidents in the 1920s were focused on dealing with the aftermath of the war and improving our economy.
Also, in the 1920s, Attorney General Alexander Mitchell Palmer believed that Russians were trying to overthrow our government. He rounded up and deported over 6,000 people in 33 cities in America. He was eventually removed from his position for violating these people's rights.
The 1920s kicked off with a presidential election where Warren G. Harding won from the Republican Party. During this time, it was still the aftermath of World War I, so there was a lot of arguments over peace treaties. In 1928, Herbert Hoover, who was also a Republican, won the election and helped the economy continue to thrive.
The 1920s and 1930s was a period between two world wars. During this time, there were mass movements such as socialism, fascism, and communism. The 1920s were also known as the Roaring Twenties because of the economic boom. During this time, citizens were into fashion, dancing, and art.
In 1929, our nation's economy went down the toilet from the stock market crash. This led to the greatest depression of our nation's history.
In 1932, FDR was elected president. Over the next 9 years, the New Deal created jobs and gradually made Americans' lives better.
The New Deal was a series of acts that helped our economy build itself up. For example, the Federal Emergency Relief Act, which distributed $500 million to states and communities. And the Civilian Conservation Corps Act, which gave work to men ages 18 to 25 in road building, forestry, labor, and food control. Now, let's take a quick commercial break. See you soon. The Red Menace! The Red Menace was a communism threat in 1920 to take over our democracy.
Oh, how I love my hometown of Oklahoma. Osage Reign of Terror, 1923.
In 1923, in Osage, Oklahoma, a series of mysterious deaths occurred to the point where the FBI had to step in. The culprit was discovered as Ernest Hale, who was put behind bars for a life sentence. Warren Harding succeeds President Wilson, and it becomes a decade-long Republican rule. In 1924, during Harding's presidency, Germany was in a huge debt. This led to the Dawes Plan, which is a huge American investment in Germany, which failed, and so the project was ended. There she is, a victim of the Great Depression. During the 1930s, food and money were so low that people were forced to go to huge extents to find anything to eat.
The Great Depression, lasting from 1929 to 1939, was the deepest and longest-lasting economic downturn of our nation. By 1933, 13 to 15 million Americans were unemployed and nearly half the country's banks had failed.
Fun fact for you, similar to the days of the Old West following the Civil War, the outlaws, also known as gangsters of the 1920s and 30s, gained fame among those who dreamed of individuality and fast money. Cha-ching!
A note from the president!
Fun fact!
Pluto was discovered on February 18, 1930 by Percival Lowell, later confirmed by Tom Black.
The Eagle has landed. I repeat, the Eagle has landed. I need backup in case of pedestrians.
My name is FDR, and there was an assassination attempt on me on February 15, 1933, while I was giving a speech in Florida.
1934, cheeseburgers made. What I like about cheese is that you can put it on burgers, which was made 1934.
This has been Pay's Bits with Pay.
Did you? No.
Did you know World War II began in 1939?
Did you know? Did you truly know that?
Seems like everybody's lost their lives. It was hard to ever feel alright. Farmers making a lift and the streets were in trouble. Consumers had less money to spend. People were dying, it was serious. Everyone's far from delirious. People lived on credit, financially collapsed, uneven distribution of income. Not much money was left. Now lives are very far from bright. There are men in the streets and women struggle to survive. Lots of people lost their money, money, money. Everyone gets hungry, hungry, hungry. They had more government. It's the Great Depression. People lived off credit, credit. People lived off others to live and up in the wrong direction. It's the Great Depression.
Got this money to spend.
Eventually,
Let's talk more cash.
Wait, I have a limited time schedule, please.